And now, the Big D and Bubba Weekly Podcast.
Big D and Bubba, they have a show 5 days a week, but they don't get to say everything that's on their mind, so they have an extra one, and that's how we get the podcast, the podcast, the podcast. Big D and Bubba podcast, the podcast, the podcast. Big D and Bubba podcast.
Hey, real quick, as we are here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio, O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. I do want to remind you to go and like the podcast, share the podcast, rate the podcast, do what you got to do to spread the word, because it actually helps grow the podcast if you do stuff like that. There's a thing called an algorithm, and it.
Do we even know that that's it?
Yeah, like you're supposed. The higher and more ratings you get. Mm-hmm. The more they will bump it up in the suggestions.
Is that why they always say, hit the subscribe, but also the bell?
Yeah. The bell, yeah.
The bell is something, because they all do it.
The bell does notifications. So,
so just do that. Whatever podcast app you're listening on, please, please, please like it, share it, rate it, do whatever you got to do. Give us all the best stuff you can, because, we'll give you the best we've got. And the best we've got is a banana.
Oh.
Hey, guys!
I saw it sitting there.
You saw it sitting and you knew it was happening, didn't you?
It'll happen.
I knew it was coming.
You know, if you're an artist or a content creator, Pickle Jar is going to help make you more money. Keep 100% of every fan tip, song request. I'm hoarse, by the way. Or a crowdfunding donation.
You playing at the bar last night, Banana?
A little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll help support your creative talents. Pickle Jar. Plus, you can get a sign-on bonus.
Does the Banana? Does your band have a Pickle Jar account?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do. We got a sign-on bonus of up to $350 when we created our account. You can get yours at picklejar.com.
Stop doing that voice.
The look on Dee's face.
That's not good for your throat. I'll never, dude, I'm telling you, I've said this before, but when he did that to the stranger in the airport.
Oh, my God.
After 9/11.
Okay, set it up. Okay, you're sitting in the airport.
Make
waiting
it
for
sound like I'm crazy.
Oh, my God.
We're
sitting.
He didn't have to make it sound
raise
like
your hand
anything.
if you've traveled with Bubba and it was awkward. I don't.
So we're sitting in the whatever, waiting for the flight to board.
Oh my gosh.
And there's this like a pole or whatever in between Bubba's seat, and then there's a pole to his left, and then there's some guy, like a businessman in a suit, who's like on his phone or whatever, just being quiet. Like it's like a doctor's office. No one talks.
It's an airport, and everybody's worried that there's going to be a terrorist attack. It was right after 9/11.
And so I'm just kind of sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear,
"Well,
hey, where are you going?
Where are you going? Where you headed, fella?"
Bubba has this banana with a face from a Sharpie they drew on it, and is reached around the pole. The guy can't see his face. He just sees a banana come around.
Yeah, sure does.
And this voice. I was like, "What? Don't do that, man."
So you going somewhere interesting?
Dude, be
Is
cool,
this business
man.
or personal?
The guy got up and left. Walked
No
away.
kidding.
He's
The guy
lucky
didn't
that's
wanna
all
die.
he did.
No, you're lucky you didn't get slapped like you were Chris Rock. Just, why are you slapping me, sir?
Dee said that comedian Carrot Top had the best visual gag on the Will Smith thing.
He posted a video, and the guy goes, "Hey, Carrot Top, have you ever met Will Smith?" He goes, "Yeah, I've met him once." And he turned, and he had 4 marks across his face with red marks. Like finger marks. He was a nice guy. He was a good guy. I enjoyed him. Wouldn't have a whole lot to say, but
I would like to take this opportunity to wish Patrick a congratulations.
Congratulations.
For the baby.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
because that's
right.
how we
This is the
ended
first
last week's podcast.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's been a week, so I'm like, are we still talking about? Okay, good.
Patrick was like, I have to go, guys.
Yeah, I forgot. I got the text message while we were doing the podcast that it was going to go down that weekend. So,
and it went down, down.
So the mom's gonna be leaving. They roll out.
The
pretty
moms
soon,
are here
right?
through I think Monday or Tuesday, and then that's it. Then it's just us. And they just leave us with a human and assume we know how to keep it alive.
Vivica's mom is local, right? Like
she is.
so you're
But-
good. I mean, you're always going to have that.
She's not going to be there. She's not going to be there.
She'll be there if her daughter picks up the phone and says, "Mama, I need some help." Mama will be there.
Is she sleeping?
Is Vivica sleeping?
No, her mom.
Oh, no. Nobody.
His mom- her
nobody
mom's
in the
sleeping?
house is sleeping.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a very good baby, and he has that little baby, that little newborn cry that's just kind of cute. It's not even really, unless you try to change his diaper, and then he screams like you're stabbing him. Yeah. It is brutal. What's that?
I said my dad does.
Your dad does too. When you try to change his diaper.
Change his diaper.
It's just, and so like it happened this morning. I think it was like 3:30 in the morning, and it was Vivica's turn, and she's up, she's feeding him, and then she has to change his diaper, and nobody's sleeping through that. It's just no way.
So you take turns?
Oh yeah.
Is it one?
I stayed up with him, and when she went to bed at like 8:30, and I stayed up with him till about 11 because he was wide awake. And then, and then he slept for a while, and when it was time for him to wake up and eat again, she took over.
Babies are like cats. They sleep most of the time, but when they're awake, they're getting into stuff.
I don't know anymore. What's the rules on Benadryl?
It's not good.
You got a whole lot of whiskey sitting in there.
You don't give kids Benadryl or whiskey. And just for the record, Biggie is joking before anyone calls the police. Is that the guy from today, or is that a different guy?
That's a different guy.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we had a guy call in today that
reminded us of
That's the guy who won.
The guy who won.
Garth Brooks
tickets. He won Garth Brooks tickets, and he was like,
And I always hate that because I know people listening are like, God dang it.
That's the guy who won?
Yep. That's the one. He doesn't even care. He did care.
How'd I get him?
He did. He
care.
He was one of those guys.
He just wasn't
not easy to get excited.
No, he's not a real life.
The only thing he gets excited about is if he gets like a 5 or 6 pound bass on his line. Then
and
he gets excited.
He probably still just goes,
No.
He was like,
how many
tickets I get? 2.
1, sir. We're giving you one.
You got to go all by yourself.
In fact, it's a half a ticket. You have to leave halfway through the show and let someone else have your seat.
That's not a bad idea. That's the way ticket prices are going.
I actually love that idea.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I wish I could co-opt tickets.
Sir, we will give you the first half of the concert, and then you have to tag out and let Jane here take over. She gets the second half.
So would you guys want the first half or the second half? Probably the second half.
Oh, you want the second half.
Those tickets are more expensive.
Unless you're like guys like you and me, and like I don't want to stay that late.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I think you could sell half concert tickets.
Or if you're on a package tour, and I want to see the band like Def Leppard and Motley Crue touring. I don't want to stick around for Crue. I want to leave after.
Def Leppard's opening?
Well, they flip their Leppard will do and Motley is terrible live. They're awful. They're caricatures of themselves.
How many times have you seen them?
Motley?
Yeah.
Probably 30.
Oh, so I would definitely consider you
Motley
an expert
Crue 30
times.
It's
Probably,
so bad and you still keep going.
She just said they're terrible, yet she's paid to see them 30 times.
I saw a band 47 times.
Yeah, because they did package tours. They were on with other people I wanted to see.
I went and saw the Monkees. They tried to eat me.
Dude, Mickey Dolenz is Tuesday. At the Ryman.
From the Monkees.
Oh, boy. Oh boy.
What's another banana
I don't
band?
know, but that was really good.
Patrick,
Bob actually made me. You know what? I'm
you have not actually. You have a child.
Bubba banana freaking jokes.
Dude, I'm gonna start sliding you some Benadryl.
Roy is taking your common sense away.
I love Benadryl.
Oh boy. Oh, I wish Bubba did love some Benadryl.
Well, I don't do that. I used to take not Benadryl, but I'd take like NyQuil or Z-Quil. Unisom, that kind of stuff.
Dude,
I used to take it all the time.
I haven't taken NyQuil since that time I chugged half the bottle, and then you guys had to come out to my house to see if I was dead or not.
Oh, yes.
There's a wellness check.
Oh, that was
weird.
Such a weird day. I woke up, there was some, our business manager, Katie, was knocking on my door, and I was like, what? And I kind of like stumbled out of bed, and I look at my phone, and I had like 47 missed calls from Carson and Big D. I'm like,
I remember I was talking to Carson and Bubba, and I was like, he's not in great shape.
He did actually say that. I remember those words.
And this could be the day. And I don't want to go over there and that be the last thing I remember. So
this was
said Katie.
So
this was before I was a firefighter. Otherwise, now I would be like
now
volunteering.
Bubba would just be the guy.
Because I like breaking into stuff.
You lived like 25 minutes away.
I lived way on the. Oh yeah, man.
There's nothing we can do now.
The country.
There's nothing else we can do. So we're just picking up bodies at this point.
And let's be honest, no one's picking up my body.
No.
It's going to take 7 or 8.
Our rule is only deaths in the building.
Oh,
that's nice. Very nice. Did you ever watch that
I
series?
did finally, yes. So
Finally,
that's why
and
it's
what'd you
top
think?
of mind. I thought it was fantastic. It was so
I
original.
tried to get you to watch it
I
for
know,
the longest
and
time.
I finally did. You were 100% correct.
Only Murders in the Building on Hulu. Seriously, it's
Season
got.
2 is in works.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they ran a preview during the Oscars, which you probably weren't watching until Will Smith slapped
I
Chris
never
Rock.
watched the Oscars
I didn't
even
even watch
after
it
Will
then,
Smith
yeah. No,
slapped Chris Rock.
Oh, I did. I tuned right in.
Really?
let me ask y'all, why do you think...
Why do you tune in after the fact?
Because I knew he was the front runner for best
yeah.
for best actor, and I wanted to see if number 1 he'd win and number 2 what he'd say, which was
lame.
I'm doing it for the ladies.
like,
just 'cause
you know,
I love women.
Love
Defending
makes you do crazy things. Said every abuser ever.
Defend the ladies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Why do y'all think Big Machine Distillery? Big Machine is the record label, Florida Georgia Line, Thomas Rhett. Okay, a bunch of people.
Used to be
And
Taylor back in the day.
Yeah, they have a distillery where they make vodka,
It's pretty cool.
and they switched over to making hand sanitizer during the pandemic, which makes sense. A lot of distilleries did that. They sent each of us 60 bottles of hand sanitizer.
Let me see.
And it's like it looks like the airplane
Yeah.
bottles
Of
alcohol.
alcohol, but it's hand sanitizer.
Wow.
And they sent a box with 60 of them to each. So they sent 300 bottles of hand sanitizer with no note, no explanation. No, this is a gift from Thomas Rhett. This is it just showed up here.
In other
love the
words,
smell.
they needed to get rid of it,
Yes.
and
I
they
don't
went
know.
through their address
D,
book
Big D, smell this.
It smells like vodka.
because I don't
Oh,
get
it
anything
smells
from that.
little bit.
ever.
It smells delicious. Like
Does it?
Also, it's 240. I thought your math was wrong.
No, there's 5. There's 5 boxes.
Oh.
So
60.
But there's 4
60
of
times
us.
5 is 300. There's 300 bottles.
You know, like
But
you
there's
see
only
those.
4 of us here,
I'm
so D
checking.
was not incorrect.
No,
Have
you're
you
right.
guys ever watched My
They said
Strange
5 to the
Addiction?
building.
And you have the people who drink that,
Yes.
and they're
What's
like,
what's it smell like to you?
it smells like
Smells like
deliciousness.
vodka, kind of.
It doesn't smell like
bit.
hand sanitizer.
No, it's got a.
I would
yeah,
like it
definitely
back
got a.
whenever you're done.
You have 60 of them. So.
Oh well, where's
Yeah.
another one?
There's a box. There's a whole box
With
for you,
your
man.
name
It's
on
with your
it,
name on
literally.
it, with like no explanation at all.
Can I
Just
smell?
to
Just
here
curious.
is an unsolicited case of hand sanitizer.
It's funny is that
Isn't
people
It smelled different.
It smells great.
they
Well, not
got
as
some
a
kind
grape,
of
but
they've got some
it's
kind of a scent
not
in it. I
bad.
think.
Yeah.
You know, people. We used to be that we would get items sent to us from listeners, and we stopped doing. We asked people to stop doing.
Yeah,
that.
don't send us stuff.
Because like people would want to send food and
And after 9/11, all that changed.
yeah,
man.
and you had and so we kind of stopped doing that, except for a few people that we know we vetted. But nowadays we get stuff from like listeners. We get stuff from record labels and artists and stuff.
Well, I think we used to get more of that stuff. We used to get, I feel like back in the day, they used to, and especially CDs, like they used to send, there's only like one label that still sends CDs. Why
would you send a CD?
They still do it.
I like
They
CDs.
still send
Who is
CDs. Black River still sends CDs.
I like
At least they were
CDs.
the last one to send me one. And I don't know if anyone else does that I can think of.
How many labels are there now left?
Oh, there's a ton. If you want to count all the small
There's
labels.
more
that-
now than there were
And do you
probably
count-
5 years ago.
And do you count like Sony as one label? Or do you count that as 4? You know, same with Warner Brothers. It's
Sony.
three.
So Sony has 4
Sony
branches.
has Arista, RCA, help me, Carson, Columbia. That's there's Columbia gone now, and they have.
Oh, is Columbia gone?
I don't know.
Or
Or
they
they
branch-
have
I
Columbia,
don't
but they
know.
don't have B&A. That's gone, and they have
Right.
Monument. And they have
right,
Records
but they're-
Nashville, which isn't really Sony, but so there's a lot of record labels.
Yeah.
Hey, what
It's
about,
hard to keep up.
did we ever find out what the story was on Randy Houser's thing? Is he one of the owners of
I don't
that
know.
label? It's called Magnolia, which is like that's his thing.
He's their main artist.
He's
That's
their
all I
main
know.
But
artist.
I thought he owned it.
I don't know. No one ever explained it to me.
Let's
So-
call him and ask him.
Oh, that's going to go well.
It might. The guy's got a business.
Because he's not going to answer.
Is that
$5.
right? $5.
Oh, $5.
Off my it's coming off my phone.
I
know.
will bet you a case of hand sanitizer.
Yes, I'll bet you a bottle of hand sanitizer right here.
take that bet.
Okay,
And,
I'll take that bet.
okay.
You're going to
You're
regret
calling
it.
right now.
I'm the best as
Is
ever
Randy
been.
Houser going to cold answer when Big D calls him?
I just hope he
Bubba,
doesn't
is
say
his phone
anything.
up?
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, it should be.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm afraid he might. I'm going to turn it down just for a moment in case.
What? Oh, he may answer
Yeah,
something.
he might say something cussy.
Well, I can't hear him if you do that.
Well, I mean, you could tell him. Just say, hey, you're on the air. Whatever. Whenever you see his beautiful
Sorry,
face.
he's gonna answer. Somebody owes me $5
and a bottle of hand sanitizer.
What the?
Actually, I think the bet is he has to take the hand sanitizer.
I mean, I
I
glad
love
to
the
have
hand
the hand
sanitizer.
I just think it's
forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
All right.
okay. That'll be $5.
I'm gonna leave a message.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he didn't say he wouldn't call you eventually.
Beep. Beep. Blah, 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 la, 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 la. I have his mic off, so it doesn't
Burp,
give
burp,
it.
burp.
Yeah, we don't want the phone number.
And Bubba, we're actually doing a podcast, and we had a question about your the record, the new label, and all that. If you get this within the next few minutes, you call me back. Thanks, man. Oh, yeah, there you go.
How weird is that,
double or
though? That
nothing, calls
people, like, if you get a celebrity's phone number and they don't give it to you, what do you do with it?
What do you mean?
Like you said, you don't want somebody figuring out his phone number because
Yeah.
somebody might. And then what do? They call him?
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, why
Yeah.
would you?
We did the stunt back in the day.
Oh,
before,
my
Way
gosh.
before.
Don't say it because we're gonna do it.
Do it again. Don't
Yes,
explain
don't
it.
explain
it.
Oh, one of the best bits
It's
ever.
one of the
Okay.
best.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really
Yes,
great.
people
But yes,
will
Angie,
call.
yes, people will, and they have nothing to say.
No.
They just go, "Is this Randy?"
Is this so and so?
Yeah.
Oh, so great.
Hey,
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like,
Oh, a lot of them just hang up.
oh.
They just hang up. Is this Luke Combs' phone number? Yeah. Click, and then they just
Oh.
hang up. Like they just want to know that it's it.
yeah,
It's so strange.
I don't know.
Funny thing is, we've never done that with a cell phone to see what kind of text messages you get.
Oh.
I would love to see that. That
Here's
might,
body
It
parts.
might, yeah, it might go
Oh, yeah.
really haywire.
I think it'll go bananas.
Wow.
You're right. It's contagious.
It's contagious. Now Carson's
Oh
laughing.
no, it means I'm next.
You're next.
Oh, I
He's
feel
gonna
like
get you with his
we're in the
stupid
I'm
banana.
high on hand sanitizer.
Bunches and bunches of laughs.
It's like contagion, and everyone's sick but me.
I have to go.
Well, congratulations again. And so many people have in the comments section said congrats on your new sweet baby.
Yes,
little
thank
Roy.
you. We
the boy
posted
Roy.
pictures on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, and he's cute. I'll post more later. I have to go because we're taking newborn pictures today, and I have to be in them.
Oh.
So I actually have to go home.
Are you going to wear a onesie too?
No, I'm not. I'm going to go. I'm going to put on decent clothes and pose for pictures. I don't know. It's the thing. My wife wants to do pictures, and I said I would be home in time.
Where are they doing? Are they doing? They come
Oh,
to
they
your
just
house.
come to the house and do pictures. Yeah.
So you're.
I am
It's a whole thing, man. Newborn
I've never heard
photos.
of this.
I am so yeah.
Yeah.
We did that with our kids, and but Stacy was all into that. And
But that was a
thankfully,
big
my
thi-
children
back
were
then,
born.
That was new.
Well,
you
I was
know?
going to say, thankfully, my children were born when I was thinner, or actually when I was thin, because like I was wearing like polos tucked in. Dude, I had a shirt tucked in.
There will be no tucked in shirts in the
Oh,
pictures.
there are people who like specialize
oh,
in
yeah.
newborn.
Yes.
We have a friend, our friend Molly, that's one of her specialties. She does weddings and she does all kind of stuff. And
And Getty's.
she took all of the. Anytime you see a picture of Big D and Bubba, she probably took that. So because she took our last official photos
Oh, these are
8
cute.
years ago.
Oh, these are really cute.
Does she put them in pots?
Oh, and she does like the stuff. They all pose the baby with one. They pose the baby with like one arm under its face, so it looks like.
Oh my
it's
God, I'm
fell
looking at it
asleep.
right
yeah,
now.
They all
That's the exact same
do
one they're
that
doing.
exact photo, so it looks like he's he
Because
passed
also,
out.
what can you do with a newborn?
It's a newborn. You take pictures of him sleeping.
That's
She
what I
literally
mean,
told
yeah.
us to feed him and try to keep him awake until she gets there, so he'll be tired and want to sleep for the pictures.
So then you just
Awesome.
kind of.
You don't want their eyes open?
no,
No, none of these have their eyes open.
No, because they're newborns. See, they're always sleeping.
And they look cuter when they're sleeping
Yeah,
because
they
it's
do.
that vulnerability.
Dude,
Yeah.
you can. So they.
I don't like that.
They get 'em all
because
kinda
I've seen those
sleepy.
1860s, like when they're.
They're already dead.
When they take the death
Yes.
pictures,
Yeah, that's what that free. No.
Oh.
what?
Wow, some of these are.
Patrick, why is your camera pointed to the roof?
Oh,
It's like
because I was
pointed-
standing up. Sorry, I was.
some of these
I
are
have to
creepy.
move it when I
Are you gonna
stand
do?
up. I can't sit on this stool too
Are
long.
you guys
'cause I'm
gonna do
old.
like a couples thing, like where we're holding it?
Everybody in the
and
tub
everyone has their
yeah.
eyes
And
closed.
My parents are in town, and her mom's gonna be in the pictures, and then my daughter's gonna pose for pictures. Like we're doing like family photos with the baby as the prop.
You could do like a tub train, like you in the back,
No.
then Vivica, and then Roy.
First of all, there isn't a
Mortified by
bathtub in
this
my
idea.
house that I fit in. You think I can get in a bathtub with other people? No,
Oof.
not a thing.
Are you not gonna have y'all gonna do the whole like your shirts are off and you're covering your?
Yeah, you're not doing that
I'm not doing
topless
that
thing,
either.
are you?
Oh, that's a big thing. You know who does topless photos with the newborn?
Skinny people.
Skinny people. That's who does that. You know who's not doing that? Me. I'm not doing that. So I don't want my son to see me without a shirt on because that will be confusion. That will cause.
He'll be like, "There's nothing coming out.
What the heck? This isn't fair.
This is like
I'm waiting on lunch.
y'all. The restaurant left the open sign on, but y'all closed." I hate that, by the way. When a restaurant or any place, and it's like you walk, you go by, it's 2 a.m. They're obviously closed, and then the big neon dumb sign, open,
and they
I
blink.
get so angry at that. That's not.
I don't know why, but that makes me think of a restaurant in Nashville called Ed's Fish and Pizza House. It's literally called Ed's Fish and Pizza House. And there's a sign in the window that says, "Sorry, we no longer serve pizza." But the big sign at
So
the
great.
top still says, and they've never changed it. It's been that way for 20 years.
Did they ever?
I think that once upon a time they used to have pizza, but they don't have pizza anymore.
That's a pretty funny gag.
is.
Actually.
Yeah. We should just start a restaurant and call it, Jim's Tacos and Steak. Sorry, we no longer have tacos.
But there's no reason to go there.
Yeah, but they have steak, man.
Well, I'll tell you
Steak is
what,
pretty
man.
good.
You want some good tacos? I'm thinking about doing pork belly tacos. I saw a recipe online the other day. So,
I'm all about that, man. And
bring
I'm in.
some of those
you
over?
just
You wanna
say
get on
when,
the
and I will be at
meal
your
train?
house.
You want to get on the meal train? You can be the meal train person for this weekend.
Choo-choo.
man, I'd have
Bring
you
some
set
pork bellies.
up.
Dude, I want a meal train if that's on the agenda because everybody always, like Stacy gets chicken when we get like tacos and stuff. I'm like, chicken? I'm like, people in Mexico don't eat chicken. You want pork.
You mean
People, wait, people in Mexico don't eat chicken?
You mean polo?
Not as much.
Pollo
No,
fundido?
dude, like,
Pollo mexicano?
Isn't that the whole
when
restaurant
I
in
would go to
Breaking Bad?
grandma's house, it was almost always pork.
Pollo loco?
It was always pork, man.
Polo hermanos.
You keep saying that word. I don't think it means
don't
what you think it means.
I'm loving the smell of this.
Bubba's going to use so much hand
Oh my
sanitizer. He's gonna, look, he's
gosh.
used
I was
half the
gonna
bottle
Gonna peel
already.
off his skin.
You're using
it's
it like
the
cologne.
worst.
Just rub it on your face. All right, I got to go.
Yeah, okay.
Have fun with the rest of the podcast.
Okay.
Taking my giant box of hand sanitizer.
Have fun with your hand sanitizer.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I do not want to be Patrick.
What, taking photos?
No, just having to look like him.
Oh boy.
I would say it's only funny because he's in the other room, but it's funny anyway.
You want to shave or?
Yeah, what are you doing for the pic? I mean,
You
like,
going to see a barber?
Your kid's gonna grow up going, "Oh, I took pictures of Santa Claus on like my first week of life." Do a shave job, Patrick. Are you gonna shave?
No, I'm not gonna
what time are your
shave.
photos?
Are you gonna
Like
dress?
now.
Are you dressing up as Santa?
I'm-
You have it. Don't you have a suit?
I don't have a Santa suit. You
used
can't
to.
have a Santa suit. When
We
you're
have
a
one at
fat
the
man
firehouse.
because you know how much you're going to get
You can
roped into
borrow
being
it.
Santa.
Yeah, because you're like, hey, you want to do Santa Claus? And you're like, it's for like 2 hours. How much? $300.
Yeah,
All right,
man,
I'll
you
be
can't
there.
say no because like
I'll be
I
there.
want that money.
Make $300.
$300. I just got to put this thing on and go be goofy. Yeah, I'll go do it.
Ho, 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 come here, kid. Okay, see you later.
How much would you do? How much would you go for 2 hours to be Santa Claus?
I'd do it about $300. That sounded about right.
I think the first time
I'll
you
show
do
up.
it, you do it almost for free as a favor, but then after that,
Nope. You're getting paid an exposure. We don't play that.
Yeah.
really?
Nope. Mm-mm. No.
But I mean,
you're worth it.
The thing is,
No,
I
you're
don't-
worth.
My hair's not white enough, and I don't think I would be a good Santa Claus. I'm not jolly enough. I'm really not.
Yeah, you'd be like Snarky Santa.
Yeah, that's not really a thing. Nobody wants that
But
guy.
I think Snarky Santa I would rock that.
You'd
I would
be like Billy
and-
Bob
I
Thornton.
Yeah.
You'd be bad Santa.
I wouldn't be bad Santa, but I would be the Santa who makes fun of your kid for being stupid, and nobody
yes.
wants that. But it'd be hilarious in YouTube videos.
Oh my gosh! And you have like some sort of not an OnlyFans. It's kind of weird, but like what's the thing where people can watch it online and they can just watch my face, and I have a microphone and they can hear everything I'm saying under my breath. Oh my God! Look at this guy.
I'm telling you, it's a pretty good YouTube video.
I don't hate Snarky Santa OnlyFans.
Kid, your mom dress you? Yeah. I can tell.
What do you want for? Okay, you be the kid. I'll be Snarky Santa. All right. What's your name?
Billy.
All right. What are we doing?
a banana.
What are we doing here, Billy?
I don't know.
Okay.
That is actually very
Anyone
accurate.
told you what this is about, or did they just drop you off here?
It's supposed to say hi to Santa.
Okay, here. Take my card. This is a text number. Just text it. Get your brain wrapped around this. Okay, but bye.
But Santa.
Okay, bye. Whoa, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you know what? I would watch that for hours. Hours.
Yes.
That would be amazing. Santa Claus abusing small children. Not physically, just mentally. But still, it would be terrible.
David, what is that smell? Oof. All right, listen, pal. I know you want the Transformers, but you get in Bed Bath and Beyond.
You need to transform out of these clothes because you stink, son.
You like cherry blossom? What you got? I'm gonna get you hooked up with a scent of. It's gonna be shower gel, and then you're gonna need to. Oh my god, your skin looks like a crocodile. Get some lotion on this, kid.
Dude, you just made fun of Will Smith going to come slap you. You made fun of Eczema Kid.
Seriously, what is wrong with you?
I know.
You're the
just
worst
trying
Santa
to get
ever.
slapped?
Well, see, that's what they have to sign a thing. Like, you cannot come against me because it's Snarky Santa. It's the whole thing. It's basically the same guy at the dunk tank. The guy who yells at you like the
Talking
weird clown.
smack. Yeah.
Like, hey, bud, you over here and are you strong enough to throw the ball? And then they have all these things, and they make fun of, like, everyone. A bald guy, fat guy, skinny guy, how they dress. They got a limp. They make fun of all of it. Everything's on the table. But this is for kids, against kids, making fun of them.
As if these kids aren't fragile enough already.
Is this a great idea or what?
One session with Snarky Santa will ruin them for life.
God, I can already read the hateful comments on YouTube. You people are going to hell. I can't believe you're doing this. These children will be scarred for life. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? It was funny, and 1,000 people watched it. So
tonight at 6, authorities are investigating what turned out to be a not great idea. Patrick is standing by on location at Rivergate Mall. Patrick?
Well, what people are calling a very abusive situation, a local radio show, because they never say the name of the station.
No, this one they
America
would.
has turned into a scary Christmas for little ones lined up to see jolly old Saint Nick.
And then here comes your sound clip. I don't know. It seemed like a great idea. But
It's all dads, by the way.
To me, it looked like Santa Claus to me.
it looked like
Everybody see Santa Claus say, hey!
Hey!
I simply said, kid, I think you got diabetes. And
And it turns out he did.
you know what? I wasn't wrong.
He was not wrong. Bye, Patrick.
Okay, bye.
I can't wait to see these pictures, man.
Yeah, have you looked them up? But you know what they're.
I do know what they look like, yeah, because we did all that.
Oh, you did.
Except my kids were awake. I guess they didn't figure out the formula back then.
Yeah,
they didn't know that
yeah,
you're supposed to put them to sleep. But, dude, it's just, it's creepy,
She
man.
is going to walk in with Benadryl.
Yeah, like, that's weird. I mean, back in the day, like in the 1800s, they would do photos. Let's say if Uncle Fred died, they would pose Uncle Fred in an outfit sitting in a chair, and then the whole family would stand around, and they had to be still. And like, it was weird because the exposure time on the cameras was like 10 seconds. Nobody could breathe. No, it was like,
Are
okay,
their eyes
freeze.
open?
Yeah, their eyes are
Yes.
open,
But his are
Uncle
closed.
Fred's. Well, sometimes they would prop them open, and
Yep.
you could see like toothpicks holding their eyelids up.
Oh.
And there's also very early airbrushing where
That's
they
what I was
would
gonna say, they would
carve
draw.
the eyes on the tintype.
They would, and also, yeah, which was creepy looking.
How do you look
But
that
they
up?
would
What do you
also
call
draw it on their eyelids, like they would draw right here.
They're just death photos, I believe. They're
It's like
18th century.
18th century, like death. Yeah.
but it looks like they're all asleep.
Yeah, death.
I thought it was 19th century.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I never understand that. Is 18th century when it's in the
It's
1800s?
the 1700s.
Okay, then,
19th
Like, we're
is
in
the
the-
1800s. We're in the 21st century now.
why?
It makes no sense to me. but
Okay, all right. I've never gotten.
I don't know why they do
Well,
that.
because the first century was 0 to 999. So there wasn't a right?
No, we're ahead of time.
Or whatever. Or 0 to 100.
I'm looking at this family posing with, oh my gosh, two babies.
These are creepy.
Yeah, it's the creepiest photos you'll ever see in your life.
This is sad.
Like here's this guy sitting in a chair and they just prop him up like he's sleeping.
God, this is so
Isn't that the worst?
What am I doing? Why am I watching this?
Well, because I told you to watch it. Or like they have like the little brothers and sisters posing with their recently departed brother and sister.
I know.
And dolls. They put all kinds of crazy
That's the one
stuff.
I just saw. It's this
man.
dead girl and she's got dolls on her. Ooh.
Yeah, man.
That's awful.
Well, but it was that way that they had that keepsake because photography was new and not prevalent.
And it was so expensive that the only time you do it is to commemorate them as they pass.
You know. And now we put RIP on our trucks. So it's fine. However you're going to do it.
We do that, don't
Right.
we? Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. By the way, Philip on YouTube says, question, does the artist from the George Strait songs get credit on the Scotty McCreery song? Just curious. But we had actually covered this with Scotty McCreery. We were talking about Damn Straight, and the song basically name drops lines from a bunch of George Strait songs. Scotty was super cool. He and his crew went to all of the songwriters of all those songs that they used word drops from, and they got their permission ahead of time to use them, and they cut them in on the royalties, which I thought was super, super cool. Because most people wait until after the fact and go, oh, did I do that? And then they got to, here, how much will it cost to make you go away?
Yeah.
They did it up front and were cool about it. So, yeah, there you go, Philip.
Yeah, I think he said that they didn't have to, right?
They didn't have to.
Yeah.
According...
Just the reverence and respect, I think, speaks volumes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was good. He was good. He was a good interview. He's gotten better over the years. I mean, when he was in high school, I think, when we first talked to him. But he's gotten a lot more relaxed. Carrie was that way when she came off of Idol. Mm-hmm. She was very reserved. And she's reserved anyway, but she's gotten better.
She was more, not even reserved. She was aloof. She didn't want to let any secrets out. Like she didn't want to. She didn't want to say anything. No, but I'm saying like she didn't like letting her personal information out there. And
well, I think a lot are that way. I don't know. She was just
her especially because the scrutiny that she had was with Idol was a whole different ballgame than what I think most new artists go through. That you got to remember, message boards were a thing back then.
And it was like a new. The Idol was new.
And it was the biggest show on TV, and people were on message boards tearing her down, tearing her apart, or even things that weren't nasty, but the speculation.
Go sing to your cows.
Yeah,
big dummies.
Steph. And if in their mind took a misstep on the show, even not even singing wise, just maybe her eyes went in the wrong direction. They're like, oh, she was being an affront to whoever So she was under a tremendous amount of really odd pressure that most artists even never go through, at least until they get bigger. Mm-hmm. She was just out of the gate from 0 to 100.
And then you become Eric Church, and you're like, I'm canceling a concert. I'm going to watch a baseball game.
Let me tell you, I caught so much flack for defending Eric Church. Well, I mean, I still, for those of you who don't know what happened, he canceled his concert Saturday night in San Antonio because he wanted to go see UNC and Duke play basketball. Once in a lifetime, first time it's ever happened. So he's like, I'm going, man. I'm a huge fan.
Record, it's the first time they met in the Final Four.
Right, in the Final Four, right. But yeah, so he's like, I'm going to this. This is my dream. I'm a huge fan. I can afford to go. Man, he'll probably be sitting close to courtside.
I'm going to question his fandom, though. I'll tell you why. Because it's not my proudest moment because of the outcome. But you remember the year the Saints won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They beat the Colts. Mm-hmm. I went into work that August, and I took off Super Bowl Sunday and the day after because I worked Sundays through Thursdays. Because I knew the Colts would be in that game. You were such a Carolina fan. Why didn't you say, I know they'll be in the Final Four? That you should have taken the time off then, Eric Church.
Luke Combs did.
So that's okay. See,
he and Luke Combs are going together, and Luke was off.
But Luke's already off. No, the point is, I had faith in my team getting there. Where was yours, Eric? Where was yours? Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe he might not have thought about that at the time when they're doing the booking, because again, Eric isn't involved in the actual booking. They say, Eric, when do you want off? And he probably went, give me the winter months off, and I'll be at the beach house in Costa Rica or
See,
whatever.
the amount of people that told me that I was too harsh for saying that I thought this was such a, I really
So the
take
people,
umbrage with this move.
the main people that are mad at him because they not only were the tickets expensive, because tickets to everything are expensive now, but there's a lot of people who were using this as a destination getaway, flying from all over the country. So they had airfare, they had car rentals, they had Airbnbs and hotels and reservations at restaurants that were non-refundable. And they're like, am I ever going to get this money back, Eric? No. And other people are going, well, that's what you get for following somebody around the country. So there could be a little bit of backlash. There could be, which kind of sucks because all the other singers that are out there could be a victim of that same backlash of people just saying, well, you know what, I'm not going to make destination concerts a thing because they might cancel it if their team goes to the World Series or whatever that might be.
It's not April Fool's joke.
No, that's that right.
Everybody was saying that. I'm like, well, there's no way he would do an April Fool's joke because then all those people would be canceling airfare
because he has no
and all
sense
that.
of humor. Let's be fair. Have you ever seen Eric Church crack a smile?
Yes, I have. But
Okay.
I mean,
I'm very, again, this is really irritating me that he did this. So I will be over it come Monday, but right now I'm not going to be nice.
I think it's why is because you're so close to it. Carson goes to
Yes, that's exactly why.
At least how many travel destination concerts do you go to a year on average?
Probably somewhere between 7 to 10, if not more.
So 7 to 10 weekend trips are planned around concerts of some sort. So for you, this really hits home because you get your tickets early. Usually you'll get like in the front row. You buy the front row tickets, and then you and whoever you're going with, you book your travel and all the other stuff. So this really hits home to you because you feel like it sets a precedent that it's okay to start canceling shows.
Yeah, and I'm not usually that person that I know there are fans that will say things like, you see an artist or a celebrity, whatever, you see them out somewhere and you're like, man, can I get a picture? And they might be like, hey, I'm with my family. You're like, well, I pay for your life. And I'm usually like, bro, leave them alone. Like,
I pay for your life?
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
People say that?
Yes, they're like, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here with your kids and whatever. And I'm normally defending the celebrity on the end of that, except in this case where I go, the reason that you are able to attend the Final Four and have the luxury of getting into such an elite sporting event and probably having really good seats is because of those 18,000 people that paid to see you that you just bailed on. And again, I'm very touchy about it right now. I will probably be over it soon.
And I'm
But
on the
it's
other
still
side where I'm like,
fresh.
I get both arguments, but I do think as a person, he has the right to cancel a concert for any reason that he wants. People do it all the time. And I understand there's not 18,000 people. If I were to call in and go, I'm taking a personal health day, as everybody's now doing, so I miss a morning show, the world doesn't stop. And that's where you guys are saying that, the 18,000 people who paid for tickets, there should be some accountability there. Who knows? I don't know if he's going to reschedule or he said canceled, right?
It's flat out canceled. Yeah, their tickets are being refunded. So
anybody who had front row tickets and all that.
yeah, if you got in the pit and
Their
which is a big
dream.
deal for that. But yeah, right now, you're right. It cuts deep. Even like Garth is doing the shows in Nashville, and that's to make up for the one that got rained out last year. And even that, which he had nothing to do with, he has nothing to control the weather. But there are some people
You
who
think Garth can't control the
that's
weather.
true. Actually, if anybody could, it would be Garth Brooks. But there are people who, because of just the mess of trying to get out of the stadium and then the disappointment of the show, it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths for, frankly, no fault of the venue, no fault of Garth. It just was a disappointment for them. And those people then took a pause with the idea, do I want to buy more tickets?
yeah, imagine for this.
And I
Yeah.
feel
Could be
bad
way
for
worse.
Eric in a way because, again, his fans have stuck through him through all kinds of stuff. Whenever he came out against guns and all that kind of stuff, there was a lot of people who bailed. But there were a lot of people like, man, I'm not going to hate on you because we disagree on this one thing. But now they may not survive this second thing. And that could be bad for his future.
I think he'll be fine. Because for as much as I'm sitting here like just piling on him because my emotions are raw about it, am I really not going to go see Eric Church again? Come on, of course, right? I'll talk a good game until like I'm in front of it and go, okay, I'll buy the ticket. All right, I'm gonna go. It's fine.
Yeah.
Again, I've just complained about Motley Crue putting on a terrible show, but I'm going.
Yeah.
Big D may never see him live again because Big D
That is
goes to
true.
no concerts. Therefore,
Has nothing to do with this.
Doesn't bother me at all. But it is going to hurt his brand, I think, for sure, a lot.
but it wouldn't hurt his banana.
Well, that is it for
Because
me.
he
then.
decided to split.
Oh,
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh boy.
It
Again,
is
don't forget,
contentious.
like, share the whole thing. Rate us really, really high. That helps us out tremendously. We definitely appreciate it. Are we done?
Thank y'all.
This was the podcast, but now it's over. But that's okay, because you can listen to the regular show on the radio every day.